Hello, cheesecake lovers, all the people who've been trying to lose weight, trying to drop some fat, people who've been dieting forever, and we all know cheesecakes are on a list of things we can't have or we shouldn't have for several reasons. Anyway, so I created this recipe so I can have a piece of cheesecake when I want it without feeling guilty, all right? So there is no crust and I do not put any sugar. I do not add any sugar. Recipe is relatively simple, so follow me, watch it first, see if it works for you, and then you can give it a try, okay? Main ingredient, cheese. I'm gonna use cottage cheese, low fat, low salt cottage cheese. If you want to use cream cheese, use low fat cream cheese, that's an option too. I'm gonna use low fat cottage cheese because cottage cheese is loaded with protein and it's a good protein. That's the casein protein, which is slow digesting protein. And I'll tell you later why I use that. Anyway, I'm gonna have to blend it, all right? So use a blender for that. And before I blend it in, use some lemon. I found a piece of lemon. If you don't wanna use lemon, if you wanna blend it in, you can squeeze some lemon juice, about 2-3 spoons of lemon juice. Okay, I'm gonna put it in the bottom. And cottage cheese. I'm gonna blend it on, use some low option, nothing too crazy, because if you're gonna go too fast, you're gonna liquefy it. So smoothies, probably not the best choice, okay? Where's my cover? Oh, banana, of course, I'm gonna add some banana. I forgot a banana. This is banana. Use some ripe banana. This is not the best choice. The browner, the better. If it's got a lot of brown patches, that's perfect. That's the only one I have, so I'm gonna use what I have. Excellent. Okay. Okay, remember, slow rotations, all right? Okay, I don't want to keep it for too long. I want to break the curds because if I keep it too long, then it's gonna be thinner, and that's what I don't want to do. Okay, now I'm gonna put it aside, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use 1 egg. Okay. And now I'm gonna use another blender, just for an egg. All right, just a little bit. Okay, now I'm gonna dump all the cheese. See, it's not really thin. That's exactly what I wanted. Takes me a lot of time simply because I don't want to waste anything, okay? All right, so that cheese and 1 egg, let's blend it in together. Slowly, gently. Okay, so that's lemon, banana, and cheese. Now move on. You can add a little bit of cinnamon, that's optional. I like cinnamon, so I'm gonna put a little bit, okay, right on top. But again, it's optional. Now, I'm gonna add some coconut extract. I'm gonna use this brand, it's McCormick. It's not my favorite one, but it's not bad. So I'm gonna use what I have. Okay, 1 spoon, or maybe not even 1 spoon. The reason I don't really like this particular extract is because it's very strong. So I'm not gonna use 1 spoon, but if you have something different, anywhere from 3/4 would be probably good. Okay, so that's my extract, and let's move on to protein powder. I'm gonna use vanilla protein powder, 2 gigantic spoons of powder, protein powder, vanilla. All right, Now, here's the question. What brand do you use? That may vary. I'm gonna use, you see how much I put, right? And that's good for me. If you like it sweeter, you can put a little bit more. But then again, depends on what brand you use and what brand you like. You can add 3 spoons, that should work too. And I'm gonna use farina. And again, 2 to 3 spoons. These are gonna be smaller spoon, not gigantic spoons. See how much I put? 1 and 2. All right, let's start with 2. I'm gonna stir it together, and then depending on texture, how thin or how thick it's gonna be, I'm gonna decide whether or not I should add additional spoon of farina. All right, let me start slowly and gently because I have a lot of powder on top. I should probably use bigger bowl. Well, I have to admit that this is fine. I'm gonna check with a spoon, but I think this is fine. See, it's not too thin. If yours is thinner, use more farina. You can put 1 more spoon, stir up, and see how it looks. Okay. I'm gonna let it sit now for about 5 minutes. In the meantime, turn on the oven, let it heat about 350 degrees, and we need baking pan. You can use some butter, tiny bit, just a thin layer of butter on the bottom, or use some non-stick cooking spray. All right, that's a pan I'll be using. It's not big. You can use anything you have, anything you want. I'm gonna use a smaller one simply because cheesecake, this particular cheesecake, is not gonna be tall, all right? So the bigger pan you use, simply it's gonna be shorter. So, but feel free to use whatever you have. You don't have to go and shop for something you don't have just because I use this one. Okay, and I'm just gonna pour it right on top. I'm right-handed, it's not really convenient. I don't know if you can see. I'm gonna show you in a sec. And again, I don't wanna waste a single drop, so I'm gonna put everything in here. All right, that's enough. See, it's not, can you see that? Yep. All right, I'm gonna put it in the oven for about 25. I'm gonna check after 20 minutes. It is time to take it out. I just checked it. It looks really good. I kept it for 45 minutes total. And guys, I have to tell you, it smells amazing. My whole apartment smells really, really good, okay? So it looks like this. As you can see on the edges, it is goldenish. Golden's got some color. So that's pretty much just a good indicator that it's ready. Okay, now, what we need to do, what I need to do, I have to let it sit right here for about an hour or 2 hours, let it cool down, and then I'm gonna put it in the fridge. Don't cut it immediately because it's thin. So put it in the fridge for several hours or possibly overnight, and then start cutting it. All right, very important, ladies and gentlemen. Don't eat everything at once, okay? Portions, control your portions. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cut it probably 6 to 8 pieces. Makes a good 6 to 8 serving sizes. And again, not everything at once. And at least do not eat more than 1/4 of it. That's gonna be too much. All right, and what else I wanted to say? I wanted to say it is a perfect, not meal, but like a snack before you go to bed, not immediately before you go to bed, but evening time when you get hungry, you start binging, have something like that, or a piece of, or some cottage cheese. Okay, try it out, let me know what you think. Check my website, prepare.mp4. I'll post a recipe and maybe additional changes if I have any. Also, if you wanna add some nuts, raisins, by all means, you know, experiment, or pieces of fruit. If you have like a favorite fruit, try it, be open, experiment a little bit. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you like it, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.